All right. We're not even doing an intro today. Emergency live stream time. Oh boy. Yeah, so we have got a little bit of a brand new thing that just popped up. I just saw this like a moment ago, so I figured we start talking about it here. But this is the biggest thing I saw today. CME Group announcing an additional rate high or additional margin requirement for tomorrow. They're doing some crazy stuff tomorrow. So, the last one, yesterday was 14%, and now they're raising it up 30% for silver. It's crazy. What's up, Chasing Sleep? How you doing? Gold and silver, they can keep trying to manipulate the silver price, but silver's real value will break out sooner or later. Maestro Metals, greetings. How are you doing? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. It's a very impromptu live stream here. I wasn't planning on doing this, to be honest with you, but here we are. Designs, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Welcome in. Reckless, what's going on? Welcome in. Everyone's coming in. Leloin, how you doing? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna leave this here on the screen for you guys to see it. They are declaring war on silver right now, on precious metals. They are just declaring war on it. Hopefully the music's okay. I hope it's not too loud. Let me just a little bit. I just want it to be like barely noticeable. It might be just a bit loud. Here we go. Raskill, what's going on, man? Welcome in. Today, the local coin shop did not drop premiums on American Silver Eagles. They're still at $84 each. They know silver spot will shoot up. I think actually the online deals, because let me go real quick. Hang on one second. Let me oh, this is here. Yeah. Oh no, it is up there. There it is. I don't know if they're doing another thing where they're like raising the prices ahead of time. Remember the last time this happened? They like raised the prices like anticipating all this stuff. So I don't know if they're doing this again or not, but check the GSR. Let's check. GSR is at 57.73. Pull up this one. This is probably more fun, eh? So, GSR is at 75. Or sorry, 57 silver. So even despite the news, what's going on over here? Despite all that, let's go back to here. I want to make sure we're back on this here. So this just got released. So people who are kind of coming in now, we got a lot of people here. 91, holy. Are we on? Oh, we're not. Okay. Yeah, we got the CME Group just announced as of today. I don't know when. I just saw this come through maybe like 30 minutes ago at best. But they're raising the rates again. So these, you can see it in these yellow boxes here. The rates will be effective after the close of business on Wednesday, December 31st. Tomorrow they're going to implement all of this. Essentially, gold is... I put it up here. I actually posted this on X. Gold is going to be increased by 9%. Silver is going to be increased by 30%. platinum by 25 and by 22. They are trying super hard to push the metals down a little. Because we even said there was a, what was it? They talked about how this would push the prices down initially. I don't know. How many have they put in the last... I put it specifically for metals. I don't... But when did they do? How many have they done this month? They've done 2 this past. Same one. These are the same one or not? I'm sure they're not, but. Well, I know they put one out obviously yesterday. They have another one for tomorrow, and I think before that was on the 19th, right? Yeah, they increased it on the 19th. So they're starting to, they're pushing. They are pushing for this to. So I guess just in the month of December, it looks like they did one on the 12th, the 19th, 29th, and now the 31st. They are really trying to push this down. But it doesn't look like it wants to. It looks like it's kind of just holding still here. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll just kind of keep an eye on the prices here for a bit. But it was at 70. What was it at? When did they announce this though? I don't have a time on it, I don't think. This has a date. I don't know when this came out, other than today, of course. Because I saw this. I see this. This got hit. Silver Trade put it about an hour ago. A bunch of my old stuff. I don't know why that's even on. Why any of my old stuff is on here. If I'm typing in silver, it should be the latest. If there's anything on here. We're not seeing anything about that other than this is probably the yeah, I mean this is the same picture that I had here. I'm kind of just looking through things just to see if there's anybody else talking about it, but I don't think so anybody is. I mean, it was about an hour ago. Ashton, sorry I'm late. Just got the notification. No worries, man. We just got on. I don't even know how long I'm going to stream today. I was planning on doing something here in about 10 minutes, but kind of popped up, and I just wanted to kind of go live real quick to make sure we can get this out to people because it's kind of late. See, they're doing this stuff again. They did it the same way, like during the holiday break, where they raise these margin requirements, and people can't do anything on it because a lot of the stuff is going to take, it takes some time to move money around, and so like all the with Christmas coming around the corner and it being on the weekend, people can't move the money around fast enough to get these, to cover what they need to cover. So they're doing this very strategically right now. But let's see, massive margin rate increase silver just announced. Last one was Friday after the close. Desperation hour trying to stem the rise of silver prices. Better not to use the last bullet. Paper games know before the price. Yeah, I mean it's kind of the same thing here. Uh-oh. Go. We're gonna have to see what happens. I mean, it could just be another speed bump, right? Like that comment was right there. It could just be another speed bump because we saw silver. Let's see. Let's go down. Like, obviously, this is when it hit, right? We saw this go all the way up to. That's not. You know, let's go to this one. This will probably be a better picture. This is by the day. So we saw on that Friday into Saturday, like it peaked all the way up. Let's pull up the candle chart because that'll show a better thing. It peaked all the way up to like 83 something, 80, almost 84 bucks. And then crashed the next day. And it kind of rebounded a little bit today and yesterday. Well, today I should say. It crashed a lot on Monday. And coming, oh my god. I just click, go back. And then coming back to today, it started making its upward movement before it looks like it's getting pushed back down again. Might have another bad day similar to yesterday, or yeah, similar to yesterday. And we'll see if it, I mean, who knows what it's going to do. It could do something like, let's do this. Let's play a game of what it could. Go to our patterns. Is it like this? I would say let's start it like this. Like if we get another, I wonder if it could do this again. If it copies what it did on Monday. Like so tomorrow, well, are they open tomorrow for New Year's Eve? I don't even know if they're open tomorrow for New Year's. I don't know if anyone in the chat can answer that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm assuming maybe not. But I don't know if they're doing like a half day, or if it's New Year's Day that they're not gonna be. Not sure if the markets are open for that. American Silver Eagles up. Check the premium. Look at that in a second. What's up, Silver Desert? What's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome in. Hey, we got a lot of people. 320, holy. It says Summit Metals has a video about an hour ago, but it was regarding yesterday's dip and future speculation. Yeah, I think this is like within last hour. Man, they're really trying to make 2025, the end of it, really exciting for us, huh? But I don't know. I mean, this could be the potential. If it copies what happened, I'm gonna assume. When did the news get brought out that they were I don't know when the news got brought out that they were dropping the requirements. I mean, or the increasing the margins. I would assume it's probably gonna be something like. It's got to be something like this. That's just my guess. It's gonna follow something of this, like, you know, magnitude. I mean, I guess maybe, I mean, I don't know. I guess we could put a low end, 72, and maybe like a high end of 75, I guess, 72 to 75. It could drop this back into the 60s for a bit, and then come back up to the low 70s. That could happen. I forget, someone made the post about it. Oh, I gotta find it. Hang on a second. There was a post. Ah, yeah, here it is. Go to post. Okay. Here was a post actually that was mentioned. I want to bring it back up. So this was something that was referenced in, I think it was Silver Dragons posted it. But he posted that, how did silver behave after the historical COMEX hikes? So the hike margins vary in size, but we isolate one close to this one, 10% increases. So in the first case, I should say, below our historical cases, in 2001 COMEX raised silver margin requires between 8 and 12%. Well, they just did 14 yesterday, and now we're at 30 tomorrow. And what they said was when it happens in waves, and I guess when it happened very quickly, it ended up kind of crashing everything out, right? So they said the first one was in 2010, they hiked it by 10%. Then it was in October, they hiked it by 11. Then in January 2011, they hiked it by 9. In April, they did one by 10%, and each time it dropped, and then it went up pretty high. And then here, same thing. In the second case, it dropped, then it went high. It shot up. Third case, it dropped, went up, shot up pretty high, right? So there's kind of a pattern here. In this case right here, this was the first of 5 consecutive hikes. Okay, so let me pull up. Let's pull this back up. 1 second, because I want to side by side compare these things here. I think we've had the 31st, which is tomorrow, the 29th, which was yesterday, and then we had one on the 19th. We've had 3 very quick consecutive hikes, and I think there was also one on, what did we say, the 12th? So we've had 3, call it 4 hikes. So let's keep that in mind when we're looking at this one here. So this is the first of 5 consecutive hikes. Technically, 5 days after it went up 6%, 11% on day 10, and then it dropped by 30. Or after 30 days, it just dropped drastically because they added 4 more hikes rapidly. And then the outcome, the first hike alone, silver went up. Second one, the collapse only came after the 5 forced liquidation hikes. So, only bearish case was when COMEX stacked 5 hikes in 9 days in 2011. We've already seen 2 in 3 days now. Maybe, what did we say? I guess the 31st, the 29th, the 19th. We've seen 3 in the past, call it week and a half. So it's possible that they might throw in a couple more for it actually we see anything. So if we're gonna go by this data here, it's possible that, and I don't even know how to draw this because there's so many variations, but we could see maybe just some like sideways movement, because they said the first few hikes always had a little bit of a dip, but then it rallied pretty high. So the first margin requirement is probably, we've already seen the downward from that, and now we're kind of seeing the push upwards. That might get offset by the latest one. That could push it down again, and then that could push the prices. So it could do a little bit of this for a bit, right? And then it could go up again. I assume if it gets close to 80 again, they're probably going to throw in another hike, and that will just, I mean, that's got to send it back. Like if the way this whole, we're going to go by this, then, you know, who knows what's going to happen. But who knows what's going to happen. Full day, I came out at 4:45 Central Time. Okay, so it happened a little bit ago. I only saw it an hour ago, and I didn't even see like much people talking about it anywhere either. I didn't see anything on YouTube. I barely saw it here on X. I mean, I saw it on like one person. I was like, "Is this true?" And then sure enough, it was there. So, go to. Let me pull this up for anybody, just in case you guys are asking, because I see some people asking about it. Mike says CME is increasing requirements again. Yep. Here's the proof. Here is the proof. Buy the dip, yeah. You might get a really big drop here if everything continues the way it says it would. Hello from South Carolina. What's up, Eli? Welcome in. How you doing? Importing silver. If you go to the grocery store to get a bag of chips, don't forget to buy the tip. Dips are far shorter and don't last as long since the summer. Yeah, that's just the volatility of silver. You gotta take advantage of whichever. I mean, to be fair, we also haven't had much downwards movement at all, right? Like in the last year to date, we haven't really had a dip since. God, I don't think since. Well, I guess November. I guess it's not that far away, but I mean, we've between October and November was the last real dip. Everything since then has been increasing since like the summertime. So yeah, who knows what's gonna happen? But I mean, we could, if they keep hiking rates or the margin requirements again, then who knows? But will we see a crash again? I don't know. But you know what's interesting? If for whatever reason they win, right? And let's say we get can I invert this? I wonder if I can invert this. Flipped. Yeah. Like, what if we get something like this? What if we get that? Like, what if this is the possibility? Let's say they hike it again, like in the next few days, especially with China's whole thing taking place on January 1st. What if it does something like this? You know what would be interesting, though? I mean, I don't want to brag, because it's not, like, the right thing to do in the situation. But I did call the peak. I said the peak was going to be right around here. Levels. I said in a video a long time ago that this would be somewhere in this range. Maybe a box is better for that. I said somewhere between 86 and 84. Somewhere in this range is where I predicted. Would be. I said it would be right around here. The low, I think I said it would be somewhere around. I have to double check it, but I think it was somewhere around here. Stuff. Type in this anymore? Okay, here we go. So I said it would do something like this. It would peak at 84, 85, 86, somewhere in that range, and then it would drop back down into the 40s. I think it was like the high 40s or mid 40s. And I made a video on this, and I explained why it would. And so, I have to figure out when I made that. I think I made that back in like August or July or something. And I said it would go up to here if we were in a bull. But I said this would happen by the end of 2030 or towards 2030. So maybe we're a little halfway through this faster than I expected it. But I said originally that it would, if we were going to hit a peak, it would hit up to here, and then it would come back down to here. The GSR would actually go back to the 70s and 80s again. But that's where we're at right now. But big news, of course, today is this right here. Let's see, got a tube last dip. Probably can't do it again soon. I'm still going for gold. That's just my thing. Yeah, I think the day, Eli's Wow, Eli's right. On January 2nd, it's going to be a very interesting day. Brandon thinks that it'll dip before closing tomorrow. 604. Yeah, that's crazy. I have 717 viewers on right now. Like, holy crap. You guys are crazy. I don't even know. How many of these guys are bots? That's insane to have that many. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy but what's crazier is this whole news here. I mean, I wrote it down up here on the top right. If you guys can see, I think you guys can see that pretty clearly. 9% hike on gold, 30%. They're doubling what they did yesterday. 30% margin hike requirement on silver, 25% on platinum, and 22% on palladium. Roughly, these are the percentages. So that is a huge drop or increase. And that will take place on the close of business on tomorrow. So maybe that actually answered my own question in that area, I guess. But yeah, that is where we stand as of right now. Let's see spot price. Spot price is still... It's just kind of consolidated. It's not doing anything. It's not even... I don't even know if it's reacting to that news or not. You would... I guess we have to look at the silver futures, right? Let's go look at that. Maybe that'll actually prove some... Second. Silver futures. Let's zoom in. Silver futures are 75.42. Do we have backwardation going on? 75.42, 75.60. Can't remember. Is it futures being above or below spot price that's backward? I can't remember. I already forgot what it is. But it's down 3% today. Someone said that the news came out around 4 o'clock, so... Central time, which would have been right around here for me. I guess Eastern time, right? I guess it would have been somewhere around here. See what happens, but... Get back to chat here. Can't keep the proverbial beach ball underwater anymore. Nope. What's up, Booth? How you doing, man? Welcome in. How many ounces of silver is good to own? If you have any ounces of silver, that's good to own. I mean, that's always a very arbitrary answer to give because I could tell you it's like 1,000. Some people could tell you a couple hundred. Some people are going to tell you tens of thousands. It just depends on what is good for you. I think a good starting point is to have at least 100 ounces of silver. You can get that, you're probably pretty solid. Maybe with today's prices, it's probably more like 50. But I think if you have 100, you're in a good spot to start. But I mean, at a bare minimum, you got to have something. Just pissing me off the way the COMEX is playing the market. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just how it works. But if they push the prices down further, it's just a better chance to buy, right? Calculation: to hold 100 standard CME silver futures contract, each representing 5,000 ounces overnight, you would need approximately 2.5 million meet margin requirements. If you hold 100 standard CME future contracts and the price goes from 75 to 85, you still stand to gain a total profit of 5 million. That's insane. Up with 2.5 million because, and you can't even, like, they're doing it on a holiday. Like, good luck getting that. %dip is still at 68.70. 20% dip. Silver drops to 61. What's up, Brandon? How you doing, man? Oh, you said below. I thought you said hello. My bad. Gotta wait to payday. Got a little gold too. Yes. I actually got more gold. Picked up, well, I'm still waiting for it. I have to wait for it to get sent over, but picked up some more gold. I bought more on Saturday. I'm just waiting for that to get in here. Backwardation is where the spot price is higher than futures, which I think it is, right? While it's moving, so spot price is 75.49, futures is 75.43. So it's just it is over. We are in backwardation, so are in backwardation. Man, this has been a hell of a year, huh? Hell of a year. I'm predicting 70s range bound for a month or so. They paper it down, it recovers. Must be a lot of demand. This has been a stacker for 12 years and occasionally would buy 10th ounce or quarter ounce gold. November. Trying to concentrate on buying affordable 10th ounce gold. Yeah, I bought my 10th ouncer. When did I buy this? I already forgot. It was the beginning of this month I bought it. And then I just got what do you call it? I just picked up, I actually bought a half ounce gold. I'm a half ounce gold eagle, so I'm waiting for that to come in. Fast enough, true. Should I buy more silver or gold right now? Love to hear my thoughts. Well, ultimately, buy what you can afford. I personally, right now, but this is my strategy. Doesn't mean you guys have to do this or have to agree with it. But since the GSR is at 57, anytime the GSR is below 60, or at 60, I should say if it's at 60 or lower, I buy gold. So right now, I'm not even touching silver. I am buying gold. Now, again, when I say buy what you can afford, some people can't get gold. Some people can only get silver, and even silver's become a little bit out of reach. So, buy what you can. But if I were to buy today, Eddie, if I was in your position, you're thinking about buying gold or silver, I personally buy gold because I buy it at 60 or below. If it's above 80, I'll buy silver. And the reason why is, I mean, if we look back at the beginning of the year when silver was at 104 back in April, silver had its dip, its lowest dip in April at around 30. I bought all my silver when it was at 100 right here. And it has appreciated from around 29.30 all the way up to where we're at today. Now that gold is the primary buy, it's on a little bit of a dip. It could be going down or it could be holding flat before it comes back up, skyrockets again. But that's like essentially you can almost, I don't want to say you can time the market, but you can do a good job at avoiding silver's insanity if you just follow the GSR. That's just how I do it. So that's what I do. Just my thing. Luke says there's a bot in the chat. Who's the bot? We probably got 800 bots in here because the chat's not moving for 820 people. But, ultimately, buy what you can afford. If you want to go with silver, I mean, that's fine. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't get silver. I'm just telling you what I would have. Silver is at it's pretty much at all-time highs. Like, let's just call it for very simplistic reasons. Silver is essentially at the peak. So, buying at the peak is always a little, got to know what you're buying. Forgot to mention I'm the bot. Beep, beep, boop. I'm the bot. If you're a bot, type 2 in chat. All the bots start typing 2 in chat, please. I need to know who's the bot so I can start banning people. Edwin says half ounce is the new ounce. That's true. Yeah, I mean, it sucks because like, had this been just earlier this year, I could have bought a whole ounce, but it is what it is. What's up, Baby Shark? I didn't see you in there. Did you buy any silver last week? I did 6 ounces. No, I'm not buying silver right now. I haven't bought silver, I think, since September. When did the GSR get? Maybe October. I think it was like September, October. I bought my last silver, and then since then I haven't bought anything. I've been buying gold, so. I am as of right now, I am strictly buying gold. Pull this back up so people just sit here and chat. Go back to where it was at because I don't even. Okay, affording is not the issue right now, but I bought silver yesterday. I'll buy more gold ASAP. Yeah, I mean, buy what you want. Like you got. I mean, I'm just telling you what I would do. I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm not a financial advisor for any of you guys here, so I'm just telling you what I would do. I'm buying gold. I literally bought a half-ounce gold. We're going to unbox that hopefully soon. I didn't get it at my LCS because they just don't have any gold. So I bought it online from an online dealer, but otherwise, yeah, I mean, buy what's in your rule, what plans you set in place, and things like that. So, can't afford gold, buy silver, then swap as the ratio closes. The ratio is closing, but I mean, who knows how much lower it'll go. But there are cheaper alternatives to gold, like you get rams and stuff like that too. So, and gold backs. So there are options for you to do it. Battle the more they hike rates, the physical markets win. Yep. Bought. Just don't go on eBay. I mean, you can buy on eBay. It's just you got to be careful. There's a lot of fakey scammy people out there. So I've not sold any silver in 12 years of stacking. I've only begun to contemplate playing the GSR trade, but not yet. Maybe 51. Yeah, I almost, like, okay, when silver spiked up to, you guys remember when silver spiked up to 84? For like a brief moment in time, like the GSR went down to 53. I was literally watching a live stream from Silver Dragons, and when he was showing that happening, I was literally grabbing the silver and planning what I was going to bring to my LCS on Tuesday. Because I expected it to maybe go to 50 or just slightly under 50 by Tuesday. And I was putting together like, okay, maybe I want to trade this in. Do I want to get rid of this? Do I not want to get rid of that? I was literally setting aside the things I was going to get. And then the whole thing happened. And then it just didn't. GSR went up this 57 where we're at today. So there goes that plan. But, even at 50 to 1, because the dealers are like not taking silver at their normal levels, everything's back of spot right now. So that 50 to 1 is really like a 60 to 1 in some cases, depending on what you're giving them. So really have to like almost kind of wait till 40 to 1 just based off of what, but again, I guess it depends on your relationship with them, but the most part and what you're offering them and what they need, 50 to 1 is actually probably higher. But I would still probably make the trade anyway, even at 50 to 1, just because I'm viewing it as like a dollar cost average, if you will, in that mentality with the, what do you call it? You're kind of dollar cost averaging your swaps. I know that sounds weird, but that's kind of what I would do. At 3 grams of gold at $5 over today. Silver production is 1 billion ounces. 2 in the market. Oh, what are they in the market? Well, no, I think they're still. It doesn't matter. We'll look at that later. No bot here, just working on the main collection. 222. I need to get some moderators in here so we can start banning anyone that's a bot. I don't think this drop will have a big effect because they cleared out so many on the last drop. Let's see where we're at today. We're still at 75. It is kind of dropping a little bit. It is starting to go down a little bit. Good idea to get a bank loan on the gold and a silver U-Haul. No, what? the middle to buy platinum type of gold. Who's never mentioned their clickbait headline? What clickbait headline? What clickbait headline are you talking about? I don't have any clickbait headlines. Nor do I have clickbait thumbnails. I didn't say anything crazy about like... That's not even clickbait! That's literally... That's what happened. They hiked my margin requirements again. That's literally true. That's not even a lie. That's not clickbaity. I didn't put up a building blowing up or anything like that. This is just stop. You're gaslighting me, guys. Really been a wild year. I'm just curious how these changes in the futures will affect silver after holiday. Dips purchase more. I think dips will be brief. Who knows, man? Dips could be brief, but if they keep hiking it based off of the history and how they've done it before, it could tank. No. Sorry, was going up below 60. I would have bought 10 ounces of John Wick bars and Mandalorian Viscar bars. 30 to 1 would be nice. Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is if it hits 50 to 1, I'll trade, and then every 10 I'm gonna keep trading it. $4K subscribers. Are we at 4K? Did we finally hit 4K? I thought we were getting close. Oh yeah, look at that. We hit 4K subscribers. Let's go. 4K subscribers. Let's put some confetti, chat. That is amazing. I cannot believe we're at 4K. Damn. Add a fractional gold at 2 ounces. And yeah, I just started picking up gold for the first time again this year, so. No, 2026 could be the year of gold if things kind of just stay where they're at. Yeah, I would only maybe do enough to get 2 ounces of gold and fractionally. Yeah, I think if I were to trade, depending on how it goes, I think I can get maybe 2 to 3 ounces of gold. That's kind of what I'm expecting to do. Is to maybe get about 2 or 3 full ounces of gold if I do a swap. Because I don't want to do it all in one go. I do want to dollar cost average it a little bit. Just so that I'm not like, you know, if I got in at 4, if I did the swap at 50 and it went down to 40 or 30, then I don't feel as bad because I didn't throw everything in at 50. Been a bot since 2005. I'm lucky I'm in BC. I dig for my gold. Well. You can dig for gold, Brandon. So different than 2011. There's a huge difference in social media and effects. Yeah, I know this. I know it's different, but I mean, the margin requirements do have an impact. Fortunately, do have an impact. Megan's live stream Sunday was epic. Yeah, that was crazy. He was pulling in everybody on the live stream. He was pulling in. Who did he pull? He pulled in he pulled in Yankee. He pulled in International. He pulled in Adrian. He pulled in everybody. Since the local coin shells won't give you exactly spot, you would have to go lower, like you said, to 40 to get closer to 50. Yeah, I mean, but it's like, you know what? It's like when you're buying silver, you know, if it's 50 to 1 and it's really like 60 because of the buybacks, it's kind of like it's like the opposite end of the premiums if you're buying. Like, yeah, the spot price is 50, but you're paying like, let's say you're paying 60 because you wanted Eagles or something. So it's the same thing, just in the reverse direction. Like, yeah, you like in a normal circumstance, like you could do a trade at 50, but it's really 60 because of it's just in the negative direction. That makes sense. So you just kind of have to, but that's why, you know, that's why the dollar cost average method works. LCS is sold out of bars. This is going to make my shop busy tomorrow with another increase from the CME. Oh, I bet it's going to make everybody freak out. What is so it is so we're below 75. We are below 75. Let's zoom in just a little bit just so we can get some good visuals on that. Yeah, my LCS has like, they don't have much at all. Like, it's been busy. I am a bot, guys. This week's predictions. Ooh, what do you guys think in the chat? What do you guys think the predictions for the price is going to be? I guess going in for the rest of, I don't know about the rest of the week because it's holiday time and everything, but going maybe into next week, what are we thinking? Are you thinking does you think it goes into the 60s again? Do we stay in the 70s, or do we just blow past into the 80s and say F the CME? Let's put a poll up. Huh? That'd be fun. Let's put a poll up in the chat. I think this all goes. Back to 60s. Days in 70s. Of 80. Start the poll. Alright guys, what do you think? Lower, I need to break 100 into 10s. Discharge is 83 for Eagles. Was out of 1 in 10 on Friday. My grandma new tooth, so I can only spend 10s. 70s, well, 275 or 275 ounces of silver would like to trade for an ounce of gold, but ratio is gonna have to drop. Ounces extra on trade, yeah. And you probably get to keep, well, I don't know, I'd say normally you get to keep some of your silver, but that might not be the case. You may have to forfeit a little bit more. Consolidation until next year, low volume. Silver left in Washington with all the new tax. Silver is going back into the 20 per ounce. Quinn thinks it's going to go into the 20s. Quinn thinks this is going to dump back into the... If it goes back into the 20s, oh man, I'm going to buy so much silver. You're going to see so many people sell. You're going to see so many people selling. Like, you're going to have... Like, oh my god, everyone's going to be selling their silver. And all the smart people are going to buy it. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. I mean, this is a very interesting situation next few weeks. I invest in silver eagles or Pokemon cards. I mean, this is, what do you think we're gonna say in this chat? You think it's better to buy coins instead of bars? I really matter. I buy both. I like the coins more than the bars. If I'm gonna buy a bar, I'd rather it be a 10 ounce. I don't really want a 1 ounce bar personally, because I'd rather have a 1 ounce coin than a 1 ounce bar. But anything above that, like a 10 is perfect. A kilo can be good too, but I think a 10 is like the sweet spot for me. Wrap it down to the bottom of the chat. Any Pokemon cards I knew was always a good deal when I got them for free as a kid. Dude, I wish my parents didn't get... I had all the first generation stuff. I had all of it. I literally had a full binder of everything. I don't even want to think of what that could have done for me today. All the hollows and I had literally everything. bars 13, 14 years ago. Buy rounds now. Maples, wallows, kangaroos, and such. Yeah, I'm still more a fan of coins and rounds than I am bars. What do I think about trading silver in for a fourth or quarter ounce of gold? What is it due to quantity reasons that you can't do a full, or why the fourth? I guess I should ask that. Silver goes to 20. Dealers should be selling for 50. 2 hours to buy or sell on Saturday. All again every time. Get 20 there. So I'm like I'm just trying to keep up on things. Like the chat is moving pretty quick, and I'm also trying to like let's go back to this just so you guys can see that in case anyone's coming in. Young silver coins. Cardboard is worth nothing. Apparently not. Next up is 100 for silver. 10-ounce bars and coal eagles. Generic at spot. My last 3 buys. 48, 58, and 60. I think the last buy I bought, I think the highest I paid was like 40. Like 42 or 43 was like the highest I paid for silver. And then I stopped. Got a shiny. I had, dude, yeah, I don't want to think about any of this stuff. I literally had everything when I was a kid. I made my parents buy every time we went to the grocery store, bought out like 3 packs. Eventually had everything. Sideways trade for a while. I sort of actually want to agree with Edwin. I think we're gonna trade sideways for a bit, and then just depends on what happens. Like I think we're gonna stay in the 70s. We might dip into the low 80s, but I think more likely we're going to dip into the high 60s before we go into the low 80s, but I could be wrong. That's just my guess, but I think we're going to stay somewhere around here for a bit. Venezuela, Nigeria expect precious metal spot prices to drop. There's a whole lot of stuff, especially if they're talking about going after Iran again, and just oh my god, there's just so much stuff happening. Why is this? What are people seeing for premiums on silver at their local LCS? I haven't really asked about silver, so I don't really know. But I'm curious what everybody else has. Let's answer that question. What are people seeing for premiums on silver at their local coin shop? Stopped my $500 a month online savings 3 months ago. I want to use that on metals per month now. Thinking next month a 10th gold. Is that too small to have? No. I would say in the past, like if you asked that question a year ago, I would say it's not necessarily that it's too small to have. I'm holding it in my hand right now. It is just about the size of a US dime. So if you're thinking about the size about that, it is very, you kind of get used to the size, but then you also like realize how small it really is. But a year ago, if you asked that question, I would say don't buy a 10th ounce gold because the premiums that you're going to pay on that are so high. But now that the price of gold is so much higher, you may as well just get, like, there's nothing wrong with getting a 10th ounce gold right now. Like, I got one. Typically, I'm the guy that would say wait till you get a full ounce, but gold has been moving so much, and it's a little out of reach for me. So depending on your finance levels, you know, a 10th ounce might be better than a one ounce for you. And I think we're probably a little more lenient now on that area. Dirk says, just in case a GSR drops, I do not lose out that much silver. I mean, if the GSR drops, then you'd want you could get more gold out of it. if you're worried about losing your silver, then I mean, I guess theoretically you could do it, but if you're gonna do it at all, you may as well get a full ounce out of it. I don't know, that's just how I view it. What do you plan? I mean, I guess you're probably planning on trading in. It depends on what you're trading into, I guess. What's up, Larry? Howdy, how you doing? Sorry, I'm trying to keep up on chat here and also keep things on the screen. So let's not talk about how Charizard. Yeah, I had that too. I don't want to think about it anymore. I've moved on to gold and silver. I got a half ounce. Local coin shop was 72 for any ounce of silver. 72? Were they under spot desert? Is that what they were selling, or was that they were buying? I don't know about buy prices, but I sold a couple ounces for 74. You guys at 80, 64, and it's 75 here. I think we'll go down to 70, but shoot right back up to 80s after 20, 48 hours. I think for contracts. Canada 6 to 8 on maples. I agree with the 60s and 70s. $20 premium on a bar that's not over a kilo. Moved up for at least quarter ounce to drop premium gold. Look, the CME. What's the CME? These guys. These guys. I think will happen at the end of 2026 with prices. I don't know. At this rate, who the hell knows what's going to happen in the end of 2026? I mean, we were all wrong. We were all wrong this year, so I mean, it's anybody's guess. I don't know. It's just don't know. Really don't know what it's gonna do. I don't like making predictions on things, but I only said that we would. I mean, I guess I made a prediction. I said that earlier in the video or in the live stream, but that was because of a video I made before, and that wasn't me predicting. That was just me using past historical data on something. So I think silver is seeing the new lows of the 70s. Heck, right now, see bullion is Buffalo rounds at 82. If you buy one on the 19,500, what are they selling it for right now? What's it? Hold on. What are they? They're still at 76, and spot. I guess spot's going back up. See, it's starting to go. It's starting to kind of climb back up again. I don't know. We're probably going to be in a lot of like back and forth stuff for a while. But what is? Yeah, 83 for a buffalo. $6 premium for buffalo. That's crazy. For a buffalo round, they're charging $6 over. Imagine paying. Man, what a thought to say, like, at the beginning of the year, if you asked me that, hey, you're going to have to pay $83 for a buffalo. Like, what? I went to Tim's Coin Shop from Yankee Stacking. He had good prices. I picked up 4 peace dollars for 203 maples and a Tim round for 365. This one silver was 58. You know, there are people out there like Tim and yes, you know, on Harry's side of the world with, or on Silver Dragon side of the world with Harry, they're going to be more fair. I think that's also because of the fame and popularity that they've gotten through the channels. So, you know, they're going to be a little more lenient, but I don't know if they, you know, other dealers out there are probably not going to be as forgiving because they get so much business now that they can, you know, kind of afford to do that. Does the year of the gold coins make a difference? I think only if you're like trying to get into like the pre-33s. But modern? No. Booth says 120 to 150 for silver at the end of 20. You guys have some we got some outrageous predictions. We got 150. We've got 20. who wants the bid higher than 150? They keep raising the margin requirements like in 2011. Once we clear that, it's blue sky. Yeah, Paul, I think we got like a couple more before. Like I think we've hit 3 or 4 in the last like week. So if they do like 1 or 2, maybe 3 more, if they do it very quickly, the price could definitely crash. According to the way it's gone before. Doesn't mean it will, but just based off of what's happened in the past. For 83, I better get a real live buffalo. Yeah, plus shipping. I mean, well, also SD Bullion also increased their shipping too, guys. So it used to be $199 over. Now it's $499. So right here, all 499 domestic orders ship and insure for free. So we'll see if this is true or not. But it says, please note, due to extreme market volatility, we have temporarily adjusted our free shipping threshold to $499. Orders under this amount will incur standard flight rate shipping in charge of the $9.95 as outlined below. So they've essentially bumped it up from $199 to $499. So not sure that has to do with the cost it takes to ship things out now. I guess probably because people aren't buying as much, so they're just losing money on shipping, so they're increasing it. Wheatfield says they will keep raising margin requirements until they accomplish their goal. Yeah. Like the drive from South Carolina to Tim's shop. Hey, Eli, you never know, man. You might be on Yankees next video. These long distance drivers tend to always get put on. You just have to coordinate it. MG says, I pre-ordered a tube of 26 Eagles for 52 each. That was the beginning of November. Dang. Dude in front of me bought 10 10-ounce bars and a 1/10 gold piece. That's crazy. One silver to stay in the 26 kooks. Chance of it not dropping below 70%. That free shipping at $4.99 is crazy. Yeah. I mean, if you're spending over 500 anyway, it's probably not going to affect you. But if you're like only doing 200-300, then yeah. 2011, they did 4 margin requirements quickly in a few days time frame. Remember, the ratio was 30 to 1. Yeah, I mean, it's just we don't know. It could skyrocket like crazy, or it could just. I hate playing the what if games. See, that's why that's why I always say I like the gold silver ratio as a method, because if I had to try to predict every damn thing I ever said, I'd be wrong. So I just stick to this. This helps me, and it works, and it keeps the emotion out of it. Keeps the emotion out of it, and it helps me with that. I remember when shipping went from 99 to 199. I wonder if this 499 is gonna stay. I wonder if that's gonna be permanent. At Mex is still 199. Yeah, I know a couple other places are at 199, but they might increase it too. Gold, silver quarters worth anything. Like the standing liberties and stuff, they're not any different than a Washington. If you go and sell it, unless it's like a key date or something, then maybe. But like otherwise, it's still 90%. Might be a little more worn, but it's still going to be worth probably the same. Some coin shops on eBay like Pinehurst are selling for the same price as JM and SD Bullion. E-check prices and eating the credit card fees. Something to think about. Yeah, I just saw it. I think I saw it today that they had this $4.99, and I think I looked at everybody else too, and they weren't doing that. So it was just I saw it. Someone mentioned it, and I just had to kind of bring that back up again. Like, oh, that drop. Wow, it went down to 73 at one point. See all the crazy stuff that's happening. Monument Metals is still 200. And when I saw them today, I looked at it today because obviously I was buying from them. That's who I bought my gold from. I bought gold from Monument Metals. Theirs is still 199. So 3D Woodworks, howdy, welcome in. We're from Monument Metal. There's still, yep. Larry just said what I just said. Does anyone here have issues selling their platinum? What's up, Michelangelo? What's going on, man? How you doing? Anyone selling their platinum? I don't have platinum, so someone else might have to be able to answer that. Anyone have issues selling platinum if they're trying to sell platinum? Costco is a great place to buy gold. I was at Costco today. I was looking around for it. I was just like, man, I was trying to convince. I was with my parents today. I was like, I want to see if I can try to convince them some. That makes good thing. Yeah, it's true. New to this channel, I found a new LCS that sells spot for most items. He gives me a call when he gets gold and some good silver that comes. Walk-ins. Nice, very cool. Welcome to the channel, and that's actually very cool. It's good that you have that kind of relationship. You guys should have a good relationship with your LCS. Always find someone that you can trust. And silver price is crashing again? What's going on? 73? Relaxing holidays, market watch. Yeah, I'm not trying to. I don't know. I always like having some nice, comfy jazz music on in the background. We just sit here and chat. We're not like throwing in like laser lights and sounds and all sorts of stupid stuff. I don't know. I just watch it, hang out, chat with everybody, have a good time. That's all this is all this I want it ever to be. So. Really like the fact that you answer questions. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, no, thanks, Ronnie. I try to answer what I can. I'm not an expert in any of this. I started not even 5 years ago, so I just decided to make a channel on this a year ago. to start talking away, learning things, and interacting with other people who have the same interests as I do. So that was literally the goal of this channel. And I've learned a lot in just this past year. And of course, what a heck of a year to learn things and see things happen in like rapid succession, right? Hero Bullion is 149 free shipping, and I believe Golden Eagle is still at 99. Really? Went to New Costco and they were pushing Pamp gold bars, hard signs, dude yelling gold, huge cardboard prints. They were not doing that for me. See, I told my parents to get into gold when it was in 2021 and into silver, and they're like, well, I don't know, the stock market, and sure. Good luck, everyone. Going to watch hockey now. Oh, let's. Speaking of which, how did my team do today? How did my team do today? We were losing last time I was watching the game, and we lost. All right, I'm not. That's expected. It's reminding me of that. So that's always fun. They're working hard to keep it under 80. They are working extremely hard to keep it under 80. That's why I said I think I think it's gonna dip tomorrow, but if it goes back up into the 80s at all, I think they're gonna go for another round of margin requirement changes. So in case anybody again hasn't seen, they did it on everything. It wasn't just silver. They did it on gold at 9%. Silver is at a whopping 30. Platinum at 25, palladium at 22. So Firewood's asking what were the margin requirements now for silver. I think they went up to 32,500. So 32,500 is the new requirement. You can see it on here. 32 and a half for silver. Nearly 8 ounces from Costco this past year. Nice. Yeah, it is unbelievable. But they might do it again. I mean, this is the third in like a week and a half. So if silver doesn't stay suppressed, I would expect them to try again. And again, according to this whole thing, again, for those who maybe didn't see this the first time, in the previous attempts, when the COMEX tried to increase the margin requirements, when they do it above 10%, the first time they tried it was, well, going back to 2010 at least, it dipped and then it went up. And then essentially right here, brief dip, then a strong continuation upward. Then in October, like 8 months later, they did it again. They did an 11% hike. It went down and went up. So it had again, similar to the first one. Then a few months later in January, margin hike was 9%, went down, and then it went up. So a bit of a slower correction, but then, resumed its uptrend. And then in April, they did 5 consecutive hikes very quickly. Or I think right here, he said it, where was it? The first hike alone, silver went up. Then the collapse came only after 5 forced liquidation hikes. So they hiked it 5 times very rapidly back in 2011. And that's when price of silver crashed from 50 back down into like the teens. And then, where's it at right here? Right here at this point. The only bearish case was when the COMEX stacked 5 hikes in 9 days. So if they do, they've already done 3 hikes in, how many days? They've done that in like, I don't know, call it 9 days. Probably 9-10 days. They've done 3. So they're almost there. So if they do another 1 or 2, between 1 or 2 more in the next like week, I could see this like really kind of hitting. Anything denominated in dollars like the stock market is not the best idea. When money is outside the system, the value of the dollar doesn't matter, like it's in gold, silver. That's I've gotten out of the stock market completely. I'm into gold, silver, and real estate. Those are my 3. I do not want anything. Type of silver bars do you remember seeing? Hello, new to your channel. What's up, RLG? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome into all the new people in here. If you're new in the channel, if you're new to the channel in the last month, put 1 in the chat. I want to see who's all new here. Anyone who's new within the last month, put a 1 in the chat. Goldbacks look awesome, but I'm not sure about the premium. I like the goldbacks, but they're a collector thing for me. Like, I'd still get them, though. They're pretty cool. I would still get them. I don't know why in high school oh my gosh. I can't keep up. Hold on. All the ones just started coming up on the screen. Hold on. Where are we? I'm gonna go back down to here. Alright, let's see. Who's all new? Paul Walker's new. Ed the Lorax is new. Yuga Baba's new. 3D Woodworks. Disc Golf Fanatic. I love playing disc golf. That's so much fun. Nunaki's new. Firewood stacking. Vacation. Mayo Monkey. Good Boys Gotcha. Christopher as of today. Nice. TV. CPL. Everybody's here. Front Porch Trader. Richie. Law School. Yeah, I know you're not with it. I remember your name. You're not. I don't know if it was in the past month though, but I know you're relatively recent. Eli, you've been here for a while. What are you talking about? At least not on the live streams. I know you've commented on the I think it was on the shorts or on the videos. You comment a lot though. You've been here before. Watching for 6 months or so. Nice. My financial journey was stocks and crypto back in 2020. Yeah, I was doing stocks and crypto back in, like, I was really big on it back in like 2015, 2016. And then once 2020 hit, I started switching towards gold and silver. I remember complaining the 1/10 maple is 180. Goldbucks is the future money of gold money. 2 more states next year, Idaho and Colorado. I'm excited for the Colorado ones. I used to live in Colorado. So, I'm low-key excited for that one. see, what is silver doing? Oh, it's 72. It's going down. Is dropping. I spent 77K on the high at Tim's. Oh, I know. And he drove from California too. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, the dude, like, if he did that a year ago, could you imagine how much more he would have walked out with? Like, oh my gosh. But 77K is insane. Trying to avoid those California sales tax. Would you sell your gold and silver to own real estate? Yeah, I would. Because eventually all I'll do is just take the cash flow and buy more of it. I would do it. I actually was asking people about that before because I was unsure myself what I'd want to do, but I've kind of come to the comfort, I guess the comfortability of making it that silver is my savings vehicle. So for me, silver is going to be like my emergency fund, going to be for something that I don't expect. Like if I need to get a new car all of a sudden because my current car just decides to die, or I need a new roof put on the house, or I need a new whatever, right? Like that's what silver's for, a medical bill, something crazy and outlandish that I typically wouldn't have reserves for. That's what silver is primarily going to be for me. Gold is going to be like my retirement fund / bigger purchases. So gold is going to be what I would use to get more real estate or to buy myself a better house for something that I want to retire on. Like it's I've kind of just like categorized them into those two areas. Gold is kind of more of like an investment option, and silver is more of a savings option. And I've kind of was unsure about that, and I kind of just got comfortable with that more and more as I've been talking about it. But that's kind of how what I would do. So yes, to answer your question, I would. Whether it's gold or silver, it kind of just depends on the deal. Like if I have enough, if I'm just shy and I need a little bit more and I have enough in silver, I'll sell some of it. Because I always plan to buy it back anyway. Because like everything that I do, any side hustles that I have, that I work towards, all the cash flow at the end of the month is going to go to me and gold and silver. So all going to go into gold and silver. That's it. And I'll take those things, those assets, and buy other assets. That's my plan. To your live stream first time? Gotcha, Eli. I swear you've been on one before, though. Maybe I'm wrong, but I swear you were. But if I'm wrong, welcome to the live stream. Costco prices are great. Get the executive membership. I do have the executive membership. I don't know, I'm a little more like I want to buy not from Costco. I don't know. Like it's weird for me. I try to go to my LCS first. I don't really think of Costco when I want to go get some precious metals. Feel bad from that little Honda or Toyota he drove off in. Yeah. Much higher than yesterday. And like, I mean, when did that, I don't, depending on when Yankee recorded that video, the dude probably has taken a massive loss. Just like, I mean, 77K, it's assuming he bought like, let's just say, I forget when he recorded the video. It just depends. Like, I mean, if he was, let's just assume it was like up here. That's today. Let's go to like go to a 5-day. Like, let's assume he bought it like up here or something. Like, imagine he bought it somewhere around here, like around 80 something. I forget what the spot price was on this video, but imagine that going, I mean, that's a huge loss for that amount of money. Berto, what's up, man? How you doing? Crypto prepayment. I bought silver and paid for them with crypto. I don't know if I'd ever pay crypto for, unless I like somehow magically like just got a bunch of crypto. I wouldn't pay with it in crypto. Reached my 350 ounces silver. Now I'm stacking gold. Nice, Adam. Let's go. When am I gonna ship the winners? Yeah, I'm gonna ship them out soon. I'm sorry, guys. It's just been with the holidays and everything. I just haven't done it. I will probably get them out. I'll get them out this week. I'll get them out. Probably Friday. I'll ship them out. I'll get them out Friday. Don't worry. I'm gonna send them out to you guys. I did not forget about you guys. I see it every day, and I'm like, crap. I gotta like do this. It's just things pop up and I forget. He'll be back next week to buy the tip. He doesn't tell you Tim's prices. Well, I was just looking at the day of the record. Sometimes he puts the day of the recording on there, and I'm just gonna guesstimate what spot price is. I mean, it's not that big. I'm not buying. I'm not the one spending 77K. Bert made his first ever silver purchase yesterday. Bought 5 ounces at 72 with a $2 premium each. Thinking about 10x that tomorrow. Let's go, Bert. Let's go. Gold is 1 gram of gold a week. Okay. 38 ounces away from 400. Margin increase bullish within the next few weeks. How far are we away from FOMO mania? I don't know. I mean, I made the video about that chart yesterday I think it was yesterday's video. It was yesterday's video. And I think we're close. I think we're pretty close. I think it was Sunday when we were watching China market open with Silver Dragons. He invited Yankee to join. Yeah, that was a really great live stream. He had a lot of people on that live stream. Because I remember we were watching it, and we were watching the price just skyrocket to like 84, and then like the GSR dropped to like 53, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta start thinking about what silver I want to like swap over. So I started like running around trying to find which ones I wanted to part with. Buying on the dip is a great investment. Yeah. Hope we see $68 an ounce mid next week. Buy 20 silver. RLG said he just started to learn about the CME. Yeah, I mean, again, guys, like I'm not an expert in any of this stuff, so to me this is relatively new for me too. So I'm not claiming to be an expert on this, but I'm starting to understand how all this, impacts everything. Oh, my LCS didn't have much on hand. I asked for 10 ounce bars, they didn't have any. Yeah, I know a lot of people are like a lot of LCSs don't have bars right now. Barely have any silver on hand because everyone is buying it and they can't get it stock fast enough. That's why if you're gonna, that's why I mean, that's why I almost like almost want to. I mean, I hate to say selling it, but like you know, trading it in at least you can almost kind of work a deal with them. Be like, hey, like what if you, especially if you have a lot of silver, you can almost like if you have a good relationship with them, you could just ask them like, hey, what do you got? Like, I'm thinking about trading in some silver. I was thinking about doing this too. I was gonna call them up or go in and be like, hey, um, I'm thinking about swapping my silver for gold. Do you guys have any? I would ask them, of course, if they had any gold, and if they did, I would say, all right, I want to swap my silver in. Is there anything in particular that you guys are looking for right now? Because I've got some stuff on hand that I'm looking to part with, but I want to know what you guys are really in need for because I want to help you guys out, and you make that relationship with them, and they'll, that's what I was gonna do, but the GSR decides to not do that. So where are we at right now? Sort is at 59. So yeah, still I would still be buying gold. But yeah, I was gonna my point in all that whole rant, Bert, was right now a lot of LCSs aren't gonna have a lot of stuff right now. So kind of fortunate timing, but can't really be too picky and choosy like you could have been 6 months ago. Thinking about let's see who's talking about stuff. What I think we'll do is let's go ahead and uh here we go. Let's see, who can we sorry, did I not see? Let's try this. You know what? They probably don't have. Probably don't have. Sorry, give me 1 second, guys. I'm like doing something real. Well, I don't really see anybody who lives right now. I was gonna see if we can like raid over to somebody. I don't know if there's anybody that you guys know of live right now. I'm looking right now. I don't really. I can raid into. Really let me. see. That was it. Yeah, it's not popping up. Yeah, you can pretty much raid people. Pretty much raid people now on live stream on YouTube. It's not called raids, they're called redirects. But I don't see anybody who's live right now that is available, because the problem is they have to allow it. They have to allow it, so it's kind of hard to... I can't, like, there's somebody I see, there's a couple people that I see that are talking about silver. But the thing is, they're not available for raid, unfortunately. So I don't think we're going to be able to do that today. Otherwise, I would. Let's see anything. So, oh well, we'll have to do this a different time then. So, but yeah, that's it for. I'm gonna call it for the night, guys. I'm kind of getting a little tired here, but it was a much needed live stream to do given the situation. So we'll have to see what happens, but essentially, yes, margin requirements have gone up, and silver is going to be pushed up by 30%, gold by 9%, platinum by 25%, palladium by 22%. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. This page right here is actually going to be what I have saved, so I can see if there's any new requirements that pop up, and then I think that's going to be it. It looks like the prices are kind of dropping a little bit, and silver futures prices are 73.12. It was 72. Interesting. Okay, well, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for all the new people. Thank you for helping me hit 4,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it for everybody here. Thank you guys so much. We're actually, holy crap, we're actually at 4,200. Man, we surpassed the hell out of this one. Anyways, this is gonna be it for the live stream. And Happy New Year's to everybody. Maybe we'll be on tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I kind of want to do more live streams more often. And I don't know. I just want to hang out with people. So, let's do that going forward. I think that'll be fun. Otherwise, I don't have a see, Ronnie, I don't have a specific time, so this was kind of impromptu, but my schedule's too inconsistent to have a regular schedule, so I can't commit to anything, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today, guys. Have a great New Year, and I guess I will see you all